The next step is to mark the borders to put a rail on my terraces. And this is identifying the contacts between walk-on roof and trim, that is the border. But because of I merged this area, it lost contact with this other, so I have to select here my trim. So this trim is not from this extrude, it's from this one. I will select my trim here, and I will merge it again, simple merge, with my walk-on roof, and then I can rename edges by condition. By opposite, I will rename the edges with level whatever to, I'm going to choose another label that can be black metal, no problem. When it's opposite to a face label, trim, edge label north, and it belongs to a face label walk on roof. The result will be this. Now I have identification of my border edges, except in this corner. So it's better to first make the identification of the borders, and then here select walk on roof and merge all the faces. Now you have all the borders identified, and you only have to rename again all edges to north and black metal to south, and use the offset tool to make your offset area the south distance of 0.2 units. Okay, and now I have the position for my rails. I will import my rails, this one, and on the sides I will put my rail. Let's fix the high level of detail, and now you have your rail for the terrace. Okay, as you can see here, sometimes the rail in some cases fail. That is because we are merging geometry from two different extrude. This part belongs to the extrude of the low level, and we are merging it with the extrude of the upper level in order to identify the contacts between this area and this other one. It's better to modify your profiles here in the upper level, my terrace. I will add here a border of 0.5 units. I will label as trim, Okay, and I will put the skirts also as trim, that is, and in the plain wall for the second level I will do the same. I will put a border here. Okay, this border has a fixed length, and I will label this as trim and label the skirts also as trim. And now these don't need to be merged now. The merge is all in this second extrude. I select trim here and merge, and then let's go to the previous render. I will to save this render, and now as you can see is fixed. Now I will rename this an invisible. Okay, no, not this one, this result an invisible, and this floor too. And I will make here a rename as floor to clean all the surface and only appears the surface and the rail. Now we are going to add columns for the gallery. The columns came from the ceiling, not from the floor, because some parts of the floor are outside the ceiling. I'm going to descend the columns from the ceiling, and for that I have to, of course, identify the borders of the ceiling the same way that I did for the borders in the terrace. That is in this extrude. Okay, sorry, in this extrude I will select the trim, and I will select the ceiling. I'm going to merge those areas to put them in contact with each other, and then I'm going to rename the same way I did for the rails, edges by condition. By opposite, I will rename the edge with label whatever to also black metal. When it's opposite to a face label, trim, okay, and it belongs to a face label ceiling. My result now is this. I have identified all the borders of the ceiling, as you can see. The other step is to merge. I will select the ceiling and merge as one big area. This is my result. And now I'm going to add the columns. First, I'm going to use again my tool offset. I will rename all edges to north and black metal to south. And I will use my offset tool to make first an offset of 0.1 unit, and then again I'm going to use it in this result, to set the column width again as 0.25 units. My sides, I will rename it as ceiling. And my result now is this. This will be the line of my columns. And now I have to cut these corners into squares. And for that I can use this other tool in my sides. This tool makes just that work. If I choose here merge corners, this will be the result, the center. I will rename it as ceiling. Now I have my columns defined there, and all I have to do is my corners, make an extrude of floor edge, and that's it. Now I have columns in my galleries. I will rename it as trim. And this is my house with columns. See how many variations you obtain using this method. It's infinite variations. There are no limits. Maybe in order to reduce this kind of things, it's convenient to keep your module in correspondence with the size of your house. Maybe this is better, even more, 8 to 10. Now you have less situations that don't look so good. Maybe from 6 to 8 is okay. I think this is optimal for this size of house, 20 by 20. As you can see here, you have variations that are quite normal, except some cases. But as you can see, you have infinite variations. The next step is define an entrance for the house. Now, the entrance will be by the south side of the house, because we defined that that will be the main facade. So I will select here south, and the rest will keep the same way, but the south I will repeat this cut, but I will select one of the regions in that cut. We'll select one, the rest go here, and this one I will rename, the south as entrance. the result will be this. Now I have, for the south part, one segment that will be entrance. Is randomly selected between the existing segments in the main facade. Now we have to define here another profile. Let's add here first of all, we're going to define another variable before, again, from 0 to 3 in the step of 1, and we will clone this profile to E1, that will be the entrance profile, and here I will say this will be before, and I will label this as pavement, and then I will rename here pavement, no, not here, southwest, okay, entrance to E1, okay, the result will be this. Now I have this this profile showing the entrance, and then I will add one more profile that will be the entrance itself. I will clone this one, the gallery. I will say this will be entrance. Then here I'm going to label this as entrance. And I say here, okay, rename of E1 to E1, and then E1 to entrance, and here in the second extrude, I'll say in the second extrude is okay because everyone goes to south. My result will be this. Now I have one of the I'm sorry, this could be of another color. Let's see my profiles. I will say the gallery here will have another, let's see, corner. Now you will see the difference. Now I have one of my profiles in the lower level. I have a profile for the entrance.